Hello and welcome to House and Home Chat, Real Estate Real Talk with Dena and Chris. I'm Dena Mathis.
And I'm Chris Breitenbach. Hey, today we are coming to you from Terry's Cards and Gifts in Old Westchester in Westchester, Ohio. And we're here with Terry Brinkmann today. She is a small business owner, an entrepreneur. And if you have not been to her store, I'm going to tell you, you need to come because these are some of the cutest, unique and custom gifts and cards for you to do your upcoming purchases. And we know it's that holiday season coming up. And Terry also has a wonderful story of how she developed her business. So that's where we're going to be chatting in just a short bit.
But before we get to that, I also wanted to mention that later on our podcast program, we're going to be, when we're talking real talk and we're talking about real estate, we are going to be looking at the top 7 reasons why you want to list your home during these winter months. Yeah. But before we go there, we will introduce Terry to our program. Terry, welcome.
Thank you
for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here. So tell us just a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Well, I actually started my business in my house as a stay-at-home mom. I was a scrapbooker, and then I started just making some cards. And I found Stampin' Up, which is a rubber stamping and
I remember
company.
You did many of those, and
yes. And I bought some things from them, and the quality just surpassed like all others, really. Things that you can find in the store at your local retailer. Stampin' Up just has such high quality products. So I was scrapbooking and making cards, and then but still raising my kids and doing all the running and coaching.
Helping them with all of the scrapbooking for the entire school.
Yes, I did all kinds of school projects and room mom things.
Goes hand in hand.
It does. And I was, Girl Scout and Brownie leader and did all those kinds of things, as well as was coaching. So I was doing a lot of things. And but when I moved out of my house, and moved into the current location that I'm in, which is I've had my office for about 9 years. And probably about 3 years ago, I opened a card and gift shop adjacent to my office, which has product for people to shop, already made product. But then I also hold classes and sell Stampin' Up! At classes and in my office, which is next door. So they're both next to each other in Old Westchester. And we'll give you the location of that a little later. But I moved down here and my business has expanded, which is why I opened this card and gift shop. I also started an Etsy shop, which on Etsy, it's called the same exact thing, Terry's Cards and Gifts. But
Terry's Cards and Gifts on Etsy, everybody.
But there's no spaces between Terry's Cards and Gifts and Terry's spelled with a Y, Terrys, and then Cards and Gifts. So I have cards on Etsy that people can browse through, but I have hundreds more cards here in the actual local location if that's like a smarter way to shop and more variety too.
So how did you go from I like to make scrapbooks and I'm making cards for me, because we've known each other a long time, it went from that to, holding workshops and how do you get from point A to point B?
Especially in this economy, right? And this time where, we've gone into COVID and you're just, your business is doing great.
Recovering, but doing well. Yeah, it's bouncing back for sure.
Good.
Well, first I was in my home and I would do like some small card classes, and I also would always host a scrapbook weekend, which is a retreat kind of weekend where people and I would do it at a local hotel. So I've done that for about actually longer than I've done the Stampin' Up! Part of it. I did that for probably about 25 years. And then I I was scrapbooking and making cards, and then, people have an interest in that thing and they want me to show them how do you do this and where do you get your product and all that type of thing. So then I signed up to become an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! And did it out of my house, of course, still, and started doing I think I started craft shows right around the same time I kind of moved down here, because it got to be overwhelming to try to be making mass quantities of things for craft shows that you're going to take with you while I'm still in my house. So, and then same with,
I can't imagine.
Same with the card classes in my house. It got to be where it was too much for, to mix business with my business with my home life. So I moved my business out of my house in here. And Chris actually, through her real estate business, found my location here in Westchester.
Awesome. So why Westchester? Did you pick this location or this area?
I wanted something that was, first of all, close proximity to my house. And then also because a lot of the times you build up your customer base around your house. Yeah. And it was people that I knew, friends and family, and then they have friends, and then, but a lot of the people are from around here. And I wanted something that was very convenient to and accessible, and this is a half a mile from the highway.
Right.
And Old Westchester is a nice little local independent, business owner kind of space where there's a lot of salons and little shops, throughout Westchester. And Old Westchester.
Yeah. I love this specific location, right? We've got several small businesses right within this building, and you draw, I think, attention to each other.
Right. And there's a chocolate shop across the parking lot from me.
We noticed that, or at least I did.
Which is called Karma's Kitchen. And she has the best chocolate you'll ever have. So we try to piggyback off of each other's business and customers as well, which really helps, especially because we are in the back of a building.
Right.
You just go down a little hill to the back of the building, and both of our businesses are back here.
So you have several facets of your business, and I'm just going to kind of break them down. So are you still a rep for Stampin' Up?
I am. Okay. Yes. And I use a lot of Stampin' Up product to make the things that I sell in my card and gift shop.
Got it.
Because we have all occasion cards. And so I have the whole gamut from sympathy to birthday, thinking of you, baby. And I use Stampin' Up product in all the cards that I make.
And you've got a lot of unique items as I look around. So lots of great
and then I always do
personal items.
Treat kind of things for all the holidays. We always have seasonal things. Right now we're making stocking stuffers and little Thanksgiving things.
What are my snowmen?
They have popcorn in them.
Oh, how cute is that?
And then the snowman next to that, and the Grinches, they have Hershey bars in them.
Oh, I love that.
Love it. So if you are watching us on YouTube, this is the cutest snowman. And if you're listening to us on a podcast, just picture this cute little popcorn sleeve that is dressed up as a snowman with his little hat on, and he makes a lot of noise. He's darling.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
You sell at craft shows also. Tell us a little bit about what you've got going on and what you've got coming up maybe.
Well, coming up this weekend is the Lakota East Craft Show, which is held at Lakota East High School, and it's on Saturday and Sunday. The hours are 9 to 4 on Saturday and 11 to 4 on Sunday. Also doing the holiday market at the convention center this weekend. So we're kind of splitting our forces and splitting our inventory. And that show is Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the convention center.
Okay.
So it's the holiday market, and you can look online for the hours.
So 2 large shows that are coming up this weekend, and you consistently do craft shows. Obviously, this is a busy time of year.
Correct.
So when you go to a craft show, basically you're taking your pre-made items that
and set up
you've
a
made,
booth,
and you set up a booth and you sell those products.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
A lot of the same things that you sell here in the store.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Bring them to the craft show.
Right. We take a big inventory of what we have here, and sell it there, because there's a lot more customers obviously concentrated in one craft show on a weekend or at a holiday show. And after the convention center, the following weekend is Holiday Shopping Expo at the Lawrenceburg Event Center, and I do that show on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
And then after that, Thanksgiving weekend, but the following weekend is Milford High School Craft Show.
Okay.
And St. John's Westchester, which is right down the street from here. So double up on shows that weekend too.
That keeps you busy, I guess.
Do you take a nap?
Not in November.
She's a business owner.
Yeah, not in November. You can take a nap. You can take a nap other times of the year.
I mean, I'm tired just hearing about it. And I always go to the Lakota West Craft Show, which was a couple of weeks ago, and obviously we saw each other at that time. And I'm a lot of high energy, but to be able to do those, first off, how fun. I always look at it as fun, but oh my gosh, how exhausting.
Yeah, it's a lot of work just because you have to set up your whole booth.
Right.
If you could just walk into the craft show and start selling your stuff.
Your whole store.
Right.
And you're taking it remote.
And making adjustments maybe in between days.
Yeah.
Right. Plus, we still have our store hours here that we have to maintain too. But
well, it's obvious you have a lot of passion for what you do, and it shows in your craft. It's really beautiful stuff here in your store. Can you tell us what hours you're open here in the shop in Westchester?
Yes, we are open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturdays 10 to 4. We're closed on Sunday.
Okay.
So.
Excellent. And share with us so we know that you can visit Terry here or one of her people here in the store. I've got one of those tangent questions. Do you make all of this?
We do.
You have helpers?
The girls that work.
We or you?
The girls that work with
Not
me.
Not me. We've seen my work. We know.
Right. But yes, I have girls that work for me, and they make. They and I make like all the stuff that you see in
we see in the shop here.
Yeah.
Today.
Okay, so for the products that are already made, we've already heard about the store hours. You can be found on Etsy. You can be found at local craft shows. And then in addition, you've got the whole other line of a business of helping people do it themselves.
Correct.
Through workshops
and card classes.
So you help them create their own personal.
Right. Usually when I have a card class, I will have throughout the year, I have card classes and projects too. I don't do strictly cards.
Okay.
But I will design the cards, and then we cut all the pieces and have everything ready for people to come in and just sign up at a time that we have the class and come in and make their cards. So they can leave a class with, 10 cards or however many they want to make.
Okay.
And they take those home, and the cards, are of course ready to send. And I do all occasion at those. Now, this time of the year, of course, we're just doing Christmas card classes and Thanksgiving cards. We just, did some Halloween things, but, I do seasonal things as well throughout the whole year.
So if someone has an interest in that or looking at your Stampin' Up! Products, what's the best way for them to find that information?
Come down and visit us as well during our office hours, same hours, 10 to 6 Monday through Friday and 10 to 4 on Saturday. The Stampin' Up! The entire line of Stampin' Up! Products can be viewed online at stampinup.com. And it's Stampin' with no G. So it's STAMPINUP.com. And but here I try to like when I buy a stamp set and maybe the framelits or the punches that go with it. Framelits are what you cut images out with. I try to display that set in either, the accompanying products, and then I try to display samples that go with it. Okay. So when people come in, they can really see the product. They can touch and feel it. They can pick it up.
Ask
they
questions.
right, exactly. And I'm always here to help people, or one of the girls that works for me. Like at this time of the year, lots of people are making their Christmas cards to send, of course.
So people will come in and make their own personalized Christmas cards.
Right. Or they'll come in and buy the product to make it at home. So typically that's, after a Christmas card class, they get ideas or like something they've made, and then they want to buy the product to like maybe go home and make, 50 or 100 of them, whatever they're making, to send.
Yeah. Love it. Lots of options.
Yeah. Right. So there's people that want to make their own.
Right.
And then I have people that want to come in and just buy it. So there's both kinds of customers, and I'm here to please everyone.
I would be that second type.
And then there's also people that just want like kits where they have some of it made for them and some of it's ready, and then they want to take it home and make the kit
and just finalize it or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, love it. So everything across the board, right from the DIYer to the I like it done, everything across the board
is covered
for unique and creative gifts.
Yeah.
And cards. Love the cards.
So coming up on the holiday season here, this is a great place to come to visit, to sign yourself up for a class or just to pick up any of those gifty items. But looking around, you also have things available, it looks like, for any time of the year and any type of occasion.
Right.
Weddings.
Yeah, really specialty types of things, a lot of school related things.
Right. And even in the office next door where, I have the Stampin' Up! End of it, I have kits. Like I have kits where people can come and make like a wedding picture that's personalized for a wedding gift. You can give it as a shower gift or a wedding gift. It has, it has the name and the date they got married and the date they got engaged with a photo of them. And then it actually says love. And so, and then all the squares are decorated and you frame it up, and it's a very nice gift.
It is beautiful. Beautiful gift.
A meaningful gift.
Yeah. Personalized, which is
personalized.
Which is what a lot of this is. If you take the time to make a card at a class, it's a very personal handmade card that you're sending to someone, and it means a lot more than buying a card at, Kroger or Walmart or Hallmark or wherever.
Absolutely does. So come visit Terry, everybody.
Terry, is there anything we've not asked that you want to share?
The address of my location is 8777 Cincinnati Dayton Road in Westchester, which is 45069.
And don't forget to come around back of that building.
Yes.
Yeah, she's on the back side.
Yeah, we're in the back side of there's Queen City Running, which is in the front of the building, and then you just go down the little hill in the back. Yeah.
Wonderful. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing yourself and your business with us.
And your story of entrepreneurship. So everybody come on down. We thank you, Terry, for joining us, and check out all the lovely gifts she's got here.
Yes. So obviously this is our small business shout out for the day. And for those of you watching on YouTube, know that I will have posted all the information about Terry's cards and gifts on at the end of the program. So look for that so you have in print how to reach her and how to come see her.
Thanks, Terry.
Thanks.
Thank you, girls. I appreciate you having me.
And a final small business shout out goes to Terry Brinkmann of Terry's Gifts and Cards. Terry, thank you for joining us today. Come on down and visit Terry at her shop here in Old Westchester.
And just a shout out to that her holiday shop will be open from November 16th through December 23rd. So that will be here at the store location in Old Westchester.
That's great. We really are happy to be here today, and hopefully we'll do some shopping too, right?
Yes. Everybody's supposed to remind me. I need some cards.
You need some cards, and I need some gift items too. So this is a great opportunity to do that. But moving on to the real talk portion of our program, moving into the winter months here.
Oh, it's getting cold.
It's getting cold out there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a good time to list your house, is it, Chris?
True. And, so many people, as the temperature begins to drop, they just have this mindset of, oh, I wanted to move and I was thinking about moving, but it's now the holiday season and I need to wait till spring to list my house. Well, that's not necessarily true. And actually, I forgot what my source was, but contrary to popular belief, January is oftentimes the largest closing month of the year. And there's a lot of reasons for that. So today we wanted to bring you
the top 7 reasons why it's a good time to list your house during the winter months. So starting with number 1, it is true that obviously the spring and the summer months are when it's generally more of that high season in the market. But that being said, you do have a very motivated buyer this time of year. So the people that are out there right now that are looking to buy a home are actually buyers, not just lookers. So that's a great reason, right?
Yeah, I mean, think of the weather. Who wants to come out in the cold or the freezing rain or whatever, when they can be in their nice toasty little places. So if they're going to look at homes, they are definitely motivated buyer.
They're motivated buyers, absolutely. So number 2, Chris,
number
what have we got?
2, and I agree with this 100%, is buyers often have more time, and that kind of sounds a little funny, but buyers oftentimes have more time to shop during this time of year. And some of the reasons for that is people have some time off for like Thanksgiving weekend. I know that I have sold homes over Thanksgiving weekend numerous times. Why? Because people have that day after Thanksgiving and that holiday weekend off of work. And so time to focus on it. And same thing throughout the month of December, whether it's holiday time or days off left that they've got to use before the end of the year.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. Sometimes there's vacation time left this time of year. And again, it goes back to those that are motivated are going to use that time, dedicate that time, and they're actually looking to buy right now. Yeah.
Which brings us to number 3.
Number 3, well, there's obviously less competition because less people think that it's a good time to list their homes, right? So with less competition on the market, your home is going to be most prominently, the one that everybody's going to take a look at, right?
Yeah. And so we know we've been talking about the challenges of there being a lack of inventory throughout the past year, or a couple of years. And entering into the winter months, it does decline even that little bit further.
Yeah.
So if you're the only home on the market or there's only 1 or 2 to choose from, it's pick me.
Guess
there's
what?
no one else to pick.
Exactly. So that makes it a great time to list right now.
Yes. We know I'm a minimalist, right? And so I don't decorate much. But when it comes to Christmas, I do decorate my house for Christmas. And so that brings us to point number 4. And that's that homes oftentimes show very nicely, sometimes even better during the holiday months when they're decorated.
Yeah, who doesn't love the holiday seasons? Well, I mean, some people, but most people really feel that warmth of the holidays, the lights, the tree, the reminders of family and gathering. And it gives them a great, just a great mood, puts them in a great mood, and makes sure it's a feeling. Yeah. So with buying being such an emotional purchase, and to see and feel all of that, love.
I think love, a house feels love. And whether you celebrate the holiday that the seller's decorated for or not, you at least embrace it. Right. And it still exudes those beautiful feelings.
I agree. So that's a great reason as well to list this time of year. Off to number 5. We deal with this quite a bit, and I think you just had a relocation buyer, but this is often the time of year where companies will transfer and relocate their people. So, those months of December and January are when those buyers come into town. Mm-hmm. They're often here on very short buying trips. They might be here for a day even. You're gathering up as many homes that fit their criteria as possible, and you're out there showing them what's there, and they're making those very quick buying decisions.
Yeah, and you think of it from a company perspective, especially those companies that run a fiscal year that starts January 1st and goes through December 31st, right? Yeah. That position starts January 1st, or that position is approved as of January 1st and starts shortly after. And so hence that need for people to relocate to our area, in and out of the area.
They're not only, it's not only timely, but they're motivated, right? Yeah. Exactly. So what do we have for number 6?
Number 6, and I love this because one of Dena's goals and one of my goals is to help our clients have a smooth transaction. So we want to help you through not only the marketing of your home or finding your new home, but making sure we get to the closing table as joyfully as possible. And so there is a little less business this time of year, both with lenders and title companies and inspectors and contractors. And so they have more time to devote to you.
It's just easier to get business done sometimes when there's less volume, right? That's the bottom line. So when you're trying to schedule things, whether it be an appraiser or title issues or whatnot, there's more time dedicated to your transaction. So.
Yes, and we like that. We like that personal touch.
Yeah, and then number 7, it's just that I think that obviously when you're in the business, like Chris and I are, we're full-time realtors, we're full-time professional realtors, and we're here to help you every day of the year, 365 days of the year. So we're always available.
And typically the agents that we're working with, there are agents who kind of flow in and out of the business. Hey, that's fine. I'm glad it works for them. But the people who do work through the holidays and the winter months do have a tendency to be those professional full-time agents. And so using us, know that we're also in contact with the people who are those full-time professionals.
So reach out to us. You can reach Chris and I at Dena and Chris Real Talk at gmail.com. And we'd love to help you with those buying or selling needs. And we'd love to just sit down and have a consultation with you.
Yeah.
If you'd like to have a conversation.
So this has been House and Home Chat, Real Estate Real Talk with Dena and Chris. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks, everybody.